whilst I'm sat here, I've never been here before, I'm just observing, I'm trying to work out where the paint's going, rather than go, oh green, where do I go?
Use the opportunity, absolutely.
So, you know, when I used to work in hospitality a long time ago, so if you ever came back into my kitchen not carrying something, what the hell were you doing out there? There's always something to pick up, and there's always something to do with it. Use your time wisely.
Absolutely, understood. Yeah, it's.
And when people start learning to drive, it's like if you're waiting for a car to go past, they sit there with the brake and clutch, car goes past, well, why didn't you get the biting point? Why didn't you see what's behind you and move? When that car gets there, your car should be on the gas. Why don't we so moving off quickly, it's not about moving your feet quicker.
No, it's about being prepared.
Time. Being prepared, absolutely.
Yeah.
After 200 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Is this one here? I think it is.
Yeah, that's right. And that's fine, and it's fine to ask. Yeah, you know, just for confirmation. Is it?
I was just asking that. That was being a bit laggy, wasn't it?
It did give us an instruction earlier.
Yes.
But we've been talking quite a bit and stuff like. Oh, that would have been an ideal opportunity. But that was me talking there. Shortly, it's going to tell you to bear right. We're just going to follow the road ahead. It's just a bend in the road. That's all.
Okay.
To 200 yards, bear right.
That was one of the questions that Francis asked. What's the difference between bear right and turn right?
It's just a direction.
Yeah, you just it's a change of direction. You know, like this is they're calling it a bear right.
Bear right.
We're just following the road round to the right. Sometimes there's too much stuff on there that I think can be slightly confusing, especially to somebody that's not got a lot of experience with satnavs. You know, because let's be honest, as an instructor, I think we could all train even more than we do with the satnav. I don't think we give it enough. You know, I
tend to stick it on if you're at the catering. Just follow the satnav generally.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it's a test route.
Yeah.
People get all excited. It's a test route. Just follow it. And it's at the end of the day, it's a driver aid. It's not there to confuse you.
Yeah. The routes on here are old routes.
Yes.
The routes that I've got on here are old routes. There are some routes that I've devised myself.
After 200 yards, turn right, then take the second left.
People tend, especially if they've got a lack of going for a test, they get a bit obsessed with test routes.
Yeah.
So what
you should be able to drive anywhere.
You drive a test route.
You've never driven.
No.
You've never driven around Wakefield.
No.
Never.
Turn right, then take the second left.
If you know a route, you don't know what's going to be on the route.
Look, that comes down to as well the hazards of you become complacent with something and you're then not looking for different things, are you?
I think it's something stupid. Like 75% of accidents happen for a mile
within a mile of your home.
No, I think a lot of that. What percentage of journeys are done a mile from the home? Compared, it might be like 65%, but it's still disproportionate. Because people get complacent. People switch off nearly home.
After 300 yards, turn left.
Resisted going down there.
Yeah.
Turn left.
Now, on the Part 2 test, you are taking on the motorway.
You can.
I was.
You can go on the motorway. It depends whether or not there's one within a close distance. They don't do Part 2s out of Wakefield. Right. I don't know why. No. They do Part 3s, but they don't do Part 2s out of Wakefield. You've got to go to Leeds, either Air Hills or Horsforth.
After 300 yards, you have reached your destination. It is on your left.
At the moment.
Okay, just to let you know, it's coming to the end of your independent drive.
Okay.
All right, so continue driving, and I will give you directions from there. All right.
Can you I know the answer to this.
You have reached your destination.
Can you be asked to pull up on double yellow lines?
You can be asked to pull up on double yellow lines.
Yeah,
are you parking or are you stopping?
Exactly. There's only no. It's not red lines. It's not no stopping.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You're not waiting.
You can be asked, but at the end of the day, if the examiners pull up on if they're doing a certain thing like a hill start and what have you, there's so at the roundabout we're going to turn right, following all traffic. All traffic.
Do you give that direction though, even though you can't physically go down there?
You can't physically go down there, but it's is it harming? It's a bit of good customer service, isn't it?
So in Kettering, there's a couple of junctions where the no through roads with a right turn just before the no entry.
Right.
So it looks like a number of people it catches out. No, follow the road ahead unless road signs tell you otherwise. Well, it says no entry. So the only place you can go is right. So they don't give the direction. I want to see if you can respond.
Mm-hmm.
How is this 30 down here? This shows 33 when it's. I've had examiners on there going, well, you're doing 27, it means you're only doing 24. You could have. They don't mind if it dibbles slightly over on the mile numbers. They know these things are
slightly out. Could be slightly out, and that's your digital. Does that read the same?
No.
If I look across here, I see, and I look at your analog one, right, and not the digital one, right. I can see from my angle. I can see you're on or around 30 miles an hour. Right, I can look across there and I can see that's saying 27, that's saying 29.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's variance. This is to do with GPS, which is probably more accurate than that.
Well,
there are variables.
They get sued, aren't they? If they got that wrong, they'll be sued for.
There are variables with regards to how accurate that is. How old are your tyres? How inflated are they? Because you've got the circumference of the tyre.
Yeah.
So one revolution and what have you, that's how it works out.
Point.
It
could be anything from, what's it start off 8 mil, doesn't it, at a time?
Yeah.
Goes down to 1.6. So that's a hell of a distance to go on.
Yeah, and if you've got really big wheels, look at how much surface you've taken off that. Look at a lorry. A lorry can go down to 1 millimetre.
1 millimetre, yeah. On a road like this, you could be safely doing 50, quite frankly, 40.
And do you know why? And we're going to come into this conversation.
If I was doing 32, 33, would you be a bit more okay? Or would you still have to mark it as it's a 30?
Yeah. It's a 30. And are you sticking to the speed limit? Are you sticking, and you knew, and we were, because you naturally want to go faster on here.
Yeah.
And this road, there's lots of people, especially when I was doing lorry tests, loads of people on here, and especially because they're keeping up with other vehicles as well, like the car behind us.
I got a car conga.
And
you can be intimidated if you haven't got the strength of character to say, sod it, I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, absolutely. There was one with a man from Clearview Driving. She'd got a pupil, and there was very, very intimidating driver right behind her, flashing her, sounding his horn and stuff like that. And she's like, just do what you're doing. You're doing the legal speed. Yeah, don't let him intimidate you. But if that young girl didn't have her man with her, she could be really, really intimidated and pressured to go faster.
I train it right at the beginning. If someone's doing that, they go, right, what's their name? You don't know. Where they're going? You don't know. What do they do for a living? Don't know. Are you driving as safe and as legal as you can? Yes. So any deviation from that, they want you to drive differently. Why are you allowing someone you've never met to intimidate you? Are they going to come to your hospital and give you grapes when you crash? Are they going to go to court and pay your fine? Are they going to pay the extra insurance?
At the roundabout, follow the road ahead, second exit. Road ahead, second exit. It is signposted to Rothwell.
Now I've taken this lane because it's straight on. You told me straight ahead, so I'm not on the straight ahead lane.
Yeah. He used the wrong lane.
You did.
So that would have been a serious fault.
Okay. Follow the sheep, you fail.
Yeah. He went ahead, from a right turn only lane. So that would have been a serious fault road markings.
So with students like that, any deviation, you're driving safely. So I've got a special phrase to remember if someone's doing that.
Go on.
Fuck them.
Yeah, like it. Love it. Love it. Yeah.
They're not going to write you a obituary when you cock it up.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I used to do MVQs for logistics industries. I worked at Wakefield College as an MVQ assessor. And, you know...
They're quite similar backgrounds, haven't we? Apart from the army.
Yeah. You know, my boss is always like, we need to be good. You know, we're going well above the speed limit here. Yeah, I know, but I'm on a tight. I says, if you can't get all your drops in the time that you've got, then you can't get all your drops in. Yeah, but I've got to do it otherwise. I says, are they gonna take the points from your license? They can't legally. Are they going to pay you fines? No, they're not. What are they going to pay you? Are they going to pay you the wage that you've got now when you lose your license and you can't get another job driving because you've been banned for X amount of time? No, they're not. So it's your license, it's your responsibility.
So easy to lose your license, the young driver at 1995.
Yeah.
6 points, it's nothing.
Yeah.
In fact, if you're over the speed limit, 14 or 30, I could have been back there, you're probably going to start off with 6 points straight away.
Yeah.
For all the work you've got to do again.
So the reason why that road is a 30, it takes us back to what we were saying before we set off. Now when they build the road, they'll decide on what speed limit it is because they know what's going to be going on there.
So when we got
when we got to the other end of that road, you saw that they were building residential things along there, and that's what those on that roundabout that we got to. There were 2 exits off it that you weren't able to use because there will be things going in there, whether they're businesses or whether they're going to be a residential area. I'm not sure, but that's what. You know, so it's already been earmarked for development along there.
And you just got to drive the rules. Sheep don't have driving licenses.
No, they don't.
So don't drive like a sheep and copy everyone like a flock.
Yeah.
What happens to sheep?
Be the shepherd.
So exactly, be the shepherd. Not what happens to sheep? They get slaughtered.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
You know, let's be honest here. Are you that weak? You can't do the right thing. You've been persuaded by someone who's a little bit close to you.
Yeah.
Well, what are they going to do? What are they going to do?
And pull up on the left in a safe place, please. That was quite handy, that, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
And right. Drive on when you're ready, please. I did it. That was just sheer luck. That it was just a sheer luck of the draw. That.
Now you started marking stuff down. I don't think I've done anything wrong. The examiner starts pressing buttons on the tablet. Does that mean the pupil's done something wrong?
Just let me do my thing. All right. Don't worry about what I'm doing here. Sometimes I'm going to be making things on here because there's certain things that I've seen.
Exactly.
All right.
So basically, I've paid £62 to do your job.
Yeah.
Why have a dog and bark?
Yeah.
The other thing is, don't mark your own test when you're driving. Don't get wet. Don't get wet before it rains. What about it at the end?
There was Leon's put a post up this morning. You know, 3 things to remember on a test and whatever. And one of them is don't mark your own test. Let the examiner do their job.
I think Leon lives in that car. I don't think Leon's got a house. He just lives in that car, wakes up,
I've got to get in my car and
here's the thing, guys. Let the examiner be the examiner. His haircut looks like he sleeps in his car.
Sometimes it does, yeah.
I'm just jealous.
And take the next road on the left. It's just after these traffic lights. Next road on the left. It's just after these lights.
After the lights?
Yeah, it's just, well, you can use the filter.
Oh, so you mean, I'm with you now, sorry. Yeah, that's like the start of the exit, isn't it?
So where you see the goods testing station, it's not there anymore. That used to be where the HGV test centre was.
The days of Vosper, was it?
Vosa, yeah.
That's always confusing who was what.
Yeah. Vosper, is that like a Russian scooter? Instead of a Vespa, a Vosper?
It's the Russian advanced driving test.
Pardon?
It's a Russian advanced driving test.
Is it?
Yeah.
Can't believe you're in Germany, you got recognised.
It's
Bonkers.
waiting at the Mystery Castle I was. Hello, bit greedy over there. So this is 40 with loads of driveways.
Yeah, and that other road's a 30.
And the other one's 30, smooth, straight.
You know, but at the end of the day, they're the law.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't write the law.
No.
So it was in there where the HGV test centre was. So it doesn't look much at the moment.
No.
But as you get closer to it,
this is like my Ford video.
Yeah. So we're going ahead at the crossroads. Yeah.
So I'll go across there. So I'm in first gear. I'm already on the bike. Look, it's rolling it up. So if I need to, just hold it there. Did I need to put the handbrake on and brake and stop and move off and make it all difficult?
Yeah.
How easy was that?
Yeah. You know, and it's a giveaway. It's not a stop junction.
So my phrase is for the students is more than the weight, put on the handbrake.
Yeah.
The car needs to be prepared. If you're queuing traffic, well, you're not prepared, you're not going yet, so why have the car prepared with the clutch down? And the other, I'll swallow my numbers here, Rule 114 of the Highway Code tells us not to dazzle people unnecessarily with lights, like headlights, and including brake specifically. It says specifically, brake lights and queuing traffic. So the main reason we kind of use the handbrake is not to burn someone's retinas out in the night time. Is it 20 up here?
It is.
I was distracted. I've just failed my driving test.
We'll talk about everything when we get back, Richard.
And this is the point I was making. You drive at a speed you feel is safe. Now, whether is actually it's a subjective safe speed. Now, whether it's safe or not.
Do we know why that was a 20 there?
Probably a school.
There you go.
That's closed.
On a Sunday, is there going to be anybody, unless they've got like a football club running out of there or something like that, you know? But at the end of the day, the speed is the speed limit.
Yeah. So the point is this: everyone will drive at a speed they think is subjectively safe. Now, if you take that in turn, subjectively safe, 20 here by the way.
And at the end of the road, turn left. End of the road, turn left.
Now, whether it's safe or not, that comes down to does someone know what is speed, what can anticipate, what could go wrong. So if you don't look and pick up that speed limit, and it is safer to go faster than 20, which it wasn't that occasion. Let's face it, it's safer to go faster than 20. Hence, I was doing 26.
Yeah.
Missed the ball because I was distracted.
Missed the board. Missed 3 repeaters. At the end of the road, turn right. End of the road, turn right. Missed the 20 patent on the floor.